So in a 12-step program, we're taught not just like how to stay clean and sober, like we're taught like basic skills of living, like how to be a person through the 12 steps and the traditions. And so working a 12-step program for me, it helped me to open up. Because like, for example, one thing that I struggled with was sharing. Like I'm quite the type of person who can be kind of closed off, like I have a wall up, you know? And then working a 12-step program helped me to open up and like break down that wall, you know, which also helped me in my professional life. I was able to open up as a person with my participants because I knew that they were looking to me as like the guiding light. And then I had to think about like, how do I want this person to receive the message? And I tried to be the message, not just say it, but to be it too, you know? When I started working at Recovery Connections and working with people one-on-one, that is really, like, it took a little bit of time, but I started to see these individuals grow in their journeys, and they would start from like nothing, you know, and I would see them like move into housing and then like get a job, get a car, eventually get their license back, you know, and then it was really that firsthand experience of seeing the individuals rebuilding their lives that started to shift my experience. When I started working in the field, and I came from it for the benefit of the individual with an open mind. Like I was like, okay, so I do 12-step, but not everyone does 12 steps. So let's work together to find what works for you. And then I would see people doing different recovery pathways, and it was working for them. So that opened my mind, because seeing is believing, right? And that is the experience that I had. I had nothing. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a license. I didn't have a job. I was living in my dad's house, and my daughter's dad, who she was with, he started to struggle. And for me, looking back on it, I had always used that as an excuse to keep using, was she's safe. She has someone who's supportive, someone who loves her. She doesn't need me, right? And then when he started to struggle, he was struggling with the same things that I was struggling with addiction and things like that. And things started to blow out of proportion. And really, that was the moment for me where I was like, I don't know why I've been feeding myself like this lie all this time, that my daughter doesn't need me because she has other people, because I'm her mother, and everyone needs their mother, you know? So my moment was when he started struggling, and unfortunately, the end of his story was last year. He overdosed from opiates, and he passed away. But I was able to be there for my daughter and for his family too. And now today, I have my daughter half-time, 50-50. I am working on getting her back full custody. You know, I'm almost there. Like, I get to be a part of her everyday life, because I did start my recovery journey in Orlando, and she lives in Tampa. So I was able to build myself up to a point where I could afford to move, get my own place. I have a 2-bedroom apartment. She has her own room, and I get to be there for the everyday little things, like getting her up, getting her ready for school in the morning, getting to drop her off at school, picking her up after work. Like, I hear people sometimes who complain about the everydayness of being a parent, like, oh my gosh, it's so much, there's so much to do and never get a chance to rest. But for me, like, those are the moments that I appreciate, because I didn't have that when I was using. She didn't have me when I was using, you know, and now I get to be there for my daughter. And that is absolutely the biggest gift that I've been given in recovery, is to have a relationship with my daughter.